sequences and ordered pairs. So let's just think about some vocabulary here. All right, I have the word term, term number, repeating sequence, increasing and decreasing. We know what those are. Okay, but the term, if I'm thinking of this pattern here, obviously this is going up by adding 2. So this is a repeating sequence, and it is an increasing repeating sequence, right? Now the term, this is a term, a term, a term, okay? So if I'm going to fill this chart in, okay, the first term, right? The term number would be 1. Okay, so that is how we look at this. And why do we need to know this? Well, because we use these terms in order to create ordered pairs. This drives me crazy when it's not in the middle. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill this chart out. So term number 4, so this is 1 and this is 4 because 4 is the first term number in the sequence. Then it's 2 and 6, 3 and 8, 10 and 12, right? Okay, and then if I wanted to keep, 10 and 12, 4 and 10 and 5 and 12. And if I wanted to keep going, I know I could predict that 6 would be 14, right? But I'm not going to. All right, now I make these into ordered pairs. So it would be 1 and 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4, and 10, 5, 12. Okay, so there's my ordered pairs. And what do I need that for? Well, I'm going to need that. I'm just going to actually do this. Copy, and I'm going to get rid of this guy so I don't have to redo. There we go. And so what do I need this for? Well, I need this in order to be able to graph my terms. Okay, and where is my shapes? Here we go. I'm just going to make a little dot here. Okay, and if I'm looking at these ordered pairs here, I'm just going to draw here, and just this ordered pair here, this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis, and this should not be new information to you at all. Okay, and so, actually I don't need that little dot there, but whatever. Let's see if I can erase. No, I can't. Okay, so if I want to look at this, if I have an ordered pair of 1 and 4, the first number is always x and the second number is always y. So I count over 1 and then I count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would be my first, where my first ordered pair goes on the graph. Okay, then 2 and 6. Okay, 3 and 8. And noticing, because this is a repeating, increasing pattern, I am creating a line. So this is called linear when the formula creates a straight line. So it's a linear formula, and then we'll be looking at linear equations. Okay, and then this is 5 and 10. Whoops, 5 and 12. There we go. And you can see that it creates a straight line there. And I'm just going to do this and connect them. And it would continue on in that same path if I just kept going and going and going and going. Okay, so that is what I mean by linear. It's created by a linear formula. All right, so moving on. This is called the coordinate plane. Okay, you have looked at this before. But in grade 7, you only really use the first part of the plane. So this is 1, this is 2. Hopefully you've seen Roman numerals before. This is the 3rd, and this is the 4th. Okay, now if I'm looking here, x is always positive, and so is y. Y is always positive. Okay, so how I would write that would be positive, positive when I'm in here. If I'm going this direction, x is always negative and y is always positive because I'm still going up. Down in this section here, negative, right? Because x is going to have negative numbers and x is going to have negative numbers and y is going to have negative numbers. So they're both negative. And in the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. So you can see immediately what section it's going to go into based on what x and y is equal to. Okay, and we are going to be using this for when we're making our video games. All right, so how do I put these in my terms? Why is this not allowing me to do that? There we go. Okay, so I'm looking at my terms here. Term 1 is 15. So my coordinate pair would be 1 and 15. Okay, these are both positive, so I know they're going to be in quadrant 1. 2 and 10, and this is a decreasing sequence, right? Decreasing repeated sequence here. And then I have the third term and 5, and this is going to be 3. Okay, fourth term is 0. And now I'm crossing through the y or the y-intercept. I'll explain that in a sec when I put them on there. And -5 and 5 and -5, and this is 5, -5. Okay. So now I'm going to look at my ordered pairs. I'm going to look at my first ordered pair here. Get my little pen back. Okay, and the x is 1, so I count over 1, and I count up 15, which is right here. Okay, 2, I'm going over to positive 2, so I'm still, there's my positive 2, right? And now I'm going to count up 10. But you can see that my line is now going to be, my linear line is going to be facing down. I have 3 and 5 because it's decreasing, right? So this is like my bank account, or like if you get paid, your money is up here, and then all of a sudden as you pay your bills and everything else, your money starts coming down, right? So 4 and 0. Okay. Now I'm just going to write in red here. This is called the x-intercept, meaning it's where it is meeting 0 on the x line there. Okay, and then 5, change my color back, and -5 there. Here we go. Okay, and this is going to be a straight line, right? So it is a linear, this line would be created by a linear equation or a linear function. Okay, so that's all we're going to do for right now. There's a bunch of questions for you to do just to practice doing this. Make sure you do them and make sure you're coming for help if you need it.